The Merkaba is an 8-pointed star, which we use in meditation. And the word Merkaba in itself comes from the ancient Egyptian tradition. It consists of 3 words, actually, 3 syllables, 3 words. Chariot. And in Hebrew, the whole word Merkaba means chariot, vehicle, or the throne of God. And through these words, you can already probably see what an important shape, what a powerful shape the Merkaba is. Now here I have one made out of paper and different colors so that we can actually get to understand what it really looks like. Merkaba in our field is made out of light. It's completely transparent. The Merkaba consists of 2 intersecting tetrahedrons. When you look at the red shape, that's one tetrahedron with a point up here and 3 points on this level. And the green tetrahedron with a point down here and 3 points on this level. A tetrahedron, here we have a small green tetrahedron. The tetra means 4 sides. If the tetrahedron has 4 sides and 4 points, I can hold it with 4 fingers. Each side is exactly the same, which is what we call a polyhedron. Now, in the Mayan lineage that I was taken into of curanderos, I learned something that is called Lightlanguage, which deals with sacred geometry and one of the shapes is a tetrahedron. Lightlanguage speaks about shapes and colors, or colored shapes. So the tetrahedron is considered a knife because it is the smallest, it has the smallest volume for its surface area. And that means that these angles here, the angles are very, very sharp, the sharpest you can get in any of these polyhedrons. The knife which cuts. And it can cut away anything. It can cut away things we don't want anymore. Or it can also, like a knife, like any knife, it could be harmful. Now, in this case, the way I like to think of it, the tetrahedrons are cutting through our reality, the reality that we assume is real. So here we have the 2 intersecting tetrahedrons, the red one and the green one, the red one pointing up, the green one pointing down. And the red one is rotating against the sun or counterclockwise. Inside these 2 fields of energy, these 2 fields of light are in the same space, rotating against each other. And this causes friction. And this friction is, of course, of light to go wherever we want to go, interdimensionally or through space, wherever you choose to go. So what's inside the 2 pyramids on top of each other. So pyramids with a square base. So we could imagine taking the Pyramid of Giza. It has 4 sides and it has a square base. We take that Pyramid of Giza, turn it upside down, take another Pyramid of Giza and put it on top. And then we get a shape that looks like this. And this is called an octahedron. It has, octa means 8, it has 8 sides, 4 from the pyramid on top and 4 from the pyramid at the bottom. On this level, where the 2 pyramids are on top of each other, we have the 2 squares meeting. So on this level, what we have is a square. Now, what does the octahedron do in the Mayan light language? Imagine yourself in the void. Everything is dark. It's nothing. You're in nothingness. You're out in space. So you've got no clue where you are. How do you find out where you are? We usually use a compass, which has 4 directions. So we create a direction straight out front, straight to the back, and to one side and the other side. We have a square around us, or a compass. As in so many indigenous cultures, the 4 directions are so important. We have north, south, east, west. But in this case, not only do we have north, south, east, west, we also have up and we have down. And we have, this is of course on the heart level, we have the heart, the inside where I am, where within the heart I can go through to other dimensions. So in the Mayan tradition, the octahedron is considered the navigation system. It navigates to where we want to go, which is a very useful thing when we have the Merkaba, our chariot, our vehicle of light for our body. Another thing that the octahedron is a prism. Now, a prism, you might remember from school, you may have done this experiment. The prism is a glass bar which has a triangle here, a triangle here, and you let white light go through the colors that we see in this reality. An antiprism, with an antiprism, you rotate one of the sides and then connect the points diagonally. And this is exactly what we have here in the octahedron. I've got one side on top. We've got a point going this way, and I rotate that shape by 180 degrees, and I have a triangle here at the bottom with the point this way, and I connect the sides diagonally. That's called an antiprism, and according to my of the prism, it takes all the colors of this reality, bundles them together, and creates the white light. We use the Merkaba in meditation, and we created around us these to wherever we want to go. Now, one question that sometimes comes up is, in space, when we're in space, there's no up and no down. And so you could imagine these fields, at the moment we have them rotating. You could imagine this being up, or another point being up, and the opposite point being down. And then they would also, of course, be rotating, because they're also tetrahedrons intersecting and rotating against each other. But that's not actually what happens. Because we have this physical body, we have one point up and one point down, and it's held there by what is called the prana tube. So each person has a tube going straight through us, and we see it as about a hand length above our head to about a hand length below our head. We see that tube going through, and we can imagine ourselves breathing like a baby, or like a dolphin, or our perineum into our heart, and from our heart either going out into this field or in through that tiny space in our heart that connects to the other dimensions. So we breathe in and out, and that prana tube is what holds our Merkaba